Welcome back to a new lecture. And today we shall be discussing equations which are given at the back of the chapter because it is rightly said that skills comes with practice. So let's apply what we have learned in the previous lecture and continue forward. So now we have some quick questions which are a way lot easier and you are already knowing all about that. So it says in exercise 1 to 10, you need to match the numerical model to the corresponding graphical model and algebraic model, that is K to 10. So these are the questions which are given to you from 1 to 10, and you need to match them to the correct graph and to the correct algebraic model which it is given to. So let's start with the first one. If you see x is 3, y is 6. See, one best way is to just plot it out on the graph paper and know what exactly is the behavior of these points in the graph, the best possibly. And another, if you're short on time or if it's a quick test, you can just do approximation and find what exactly would be the answer. So let's start with the first one. So the first one says when the value of x is 3, your y is 6. When it is 5, your y is 10, 7, 14, 9, 18, 12, 24, 15, 30. One thing is very clear to me that in the first one, what I'm actually getting, the value of my y is actually twice that of x. You can ignore my writing, it's all I can just show you in short actually. What I said is you found out that y equals to 2x. This equation is standing true for all the values which you are actually seeing in the value in the table. That is, whenever you are putting x equals to 3, in this equation, when you put, you get 6, 5, 10. So this equation is right, which means you need to now find out which model is actually depicting this thing. Now, if you see here, this is model A. When the value of my x would be 0, my y should also be 0. Means my line should be passing from the origin. And then it should be following y equals 2x pattern. So let's see which of them is exactly following this pattern. This is not following. B is also not following. C is also not following or passing from the origin. Let's check for D. D is passing from origin, so it is a point of interest. So let us just mark it a point of interest. So this is point D, which is absolutely our point of interest. And let's see what other are actually. So if we see, mm, none other is actually passing. Yeah, we have this. We have this first. This is I and J. So I and J are also passing from this. But if you see, you already know from previous knowledge that the equation of a straight line is of the form y is equals to mx. So here, what your m is acting like? Y equals to mx plus b or mx plus c, where c or b is the constant, your m is the slope, and you can find here the slope is 2 positive of 2 here if you just compare these equations. So you're getting that y is equals to twice of x and the constant is 0. So it has to be a straight line. So which of them is actually following straight line 1, 2, 3, and the one which is passing from this one, this is D option. The D option is actually the first one answer because it is a straight line and passing from origin. Let's see the equation. Okay, you can easily see that y equals 2x is already present. So this is the answer for the first question. So I hope you understood what methods we are actually using. Another method was to directly see on graph. So what we can do is that we were able to find out y equals 2x. So let's open Desmos and see what's the behavior. If I put it equals to y equals to 2x, you can see the line is passing from the origin, and at point 3, which has to be this one, the graph is passing from 6. Okay. So y equals 2x is the correct pattern. And simply, even if you take a whole of the table and put it equal to 3 and this equals to 6, another one 5, then equal to 10, the next one to be 7, then equal to 14. So you can see exactly this is following the line which you have already found out. So this is the method which you are going to follow. Same goes for the second one. Second is 0, 2, 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 11, 4, 18, 5, 27. So when your value of x is 0, you are getting a 2. When it is 1, you are getting a 3. When it is 2, you are getting a 6. So let's try to find out some relation. When it is 0, we have added 2. When it is 1, we have added 2. When it is 2, we have added 4. When it is 3, we have added 7. So 2, 2, 4, and 7. Are they sharing some relation? No. They might be sharing, but I'm not getting that. And it is possible that even you might not get what exactly this pattern is being followed. So what you can see, first try to find out what is the graph it would try to make. You see, whenever we are increasing by a unit length on x-axis, my value for y is increasing a lot. On 0 it is 2, on 1 it is 3, on 2 it is 6, on 4 it is 18, and on 5 it is 27. Like it was twice, then it became thrice here, then it became thrice, then it became 3 point something, then it became 4 point something 4 times, and now it is 5 point something times, 5.3, 5.4 times. So this is not a straight line, and the part that would be followed has to be upward parabolic. So you can see these two are the ones which are following I and J upward parabolic path. Now, two things which we need to see, that at 0, my graph was passing from 2. So these two graphs are actually passing from the origin. So these are not my interest. I'll see the parabolic graph which are not passing from origin. So I get this one. When I open this, I see it's not passing from origin and it's passing from some value. I don't know like what they are actually, because it's just a graph. So you need to plot it out and find it out. That is this the one? And it is the only one in all those 10 which is matching the trajectory. That is a parabolic trajectory of the graph. Now come here. Another question starts. What type of pattern it is actually following? Now y equals to x square plus x. So if you put x equals to 0, y has to be 0. So this is not my answer. If come on to the next one, if you put x equals to 0, you are getting a minus 1. This is not my answer. Here, if you put 0, you are getting a 3. Not my answer. In this also, you're not getting answer 0 minus 3. No. Here, 0, you're getting 2. So this is actually what are x square plus 2. This has to be answer for the second one. Why? Because whenever you are putting, you take 1. Let me just show you actually how it is being there. You take 1 and you come here. At 1, y is giving you value 3. So at the value of 1, it will give me 3, correct? At the value of 3, it has to give me 3 square plus 2, that is 11. So this is exactly how it is to be done. So I hope you are getting what is the pattern in which this has to be done. Although I will be providing you the answer and the solution for each of these questions which are being done here, but this is the most practical way to find out what type of graph this table would make and what equation would it follow. So one method was we could easily find out what is the relation between these two things, that is 1 squared plus 2, 2 squared plus 2, 3 squared plus 2, 4 squared plus 2, 5 squared plus 2. So this is the type of equation it is making. So this is all what you need to see and then proceed forward. Similarly, in the same lines, we will be doing 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So these were the basic exercises which they're wanting to make you solve so that you are having the interpretation that how tabular data is converted into graphs and expressed in form of functions or equations. So let's move forward. And I hope there are no problems or any doubts in these portion. I hope that we are solving it forward also. And if there's any doubt, you can just message me, ask. Coming on to the next portion, which is important, is that we are done with this. Now we are having a tabular data. Again, they are asking you the trend here. So what you need to do, this is a tabular data, just plot it on the graph and see what is the trend being followed. Like in females, it is increasing, 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 increasing. In males, it is decreasing. So the employment has been increasing for females from 1954 to 2004, but it is decreasing continuously from 1954 to 2004. So this is what you're getting. Now in 11B part, they're asking in what 5-year interval did the percentage of women who were employed change the most? So how you're actually calculating the percentage. So whenever you're plotting the graph, so you are noting 5-year interval time frame. And this is already given to you here, 1954 to 1959. So you just need to find out the difference between the consecutive terms, which is the most, because they're asking you that in what 5-year interval did the percentage of women were employed, who were employed change the most. So if you see and find out the difference, the highest difference will actually give you when the employment was actually the most. So this is all about, and they all are easy questions. You just need to grab them because plotting them on X and Y axis would make you visualize what actually we are trying to know. Now coming forward, we are having 18, 19, 20, 21. These are all just, they are saying a garden shop, let's come for 21. A garden shop sells 12 inches by 12 inches square stepping stones for same price as 13 inches round stones. If all the stepping stones are of the same thickness, which option gives the most rock for the money? So this we had already studied in the previous lecture that we will actually take out the area for square that is 12 inches into 12 inches, which will eventually give you 144 inches squared unit squared and 13 because it is a circular round stone, so has to be pi r square. So in place of r, you will be using 13. 13 squared is 169 and 169 into value of pi. So you will be getting the answer that you are for same amount of money, which would be the best option for you. This we had already done in the previous class. Now, same you need to plot here also in 24th also you need to plot it out and find the things and so on. So this is basically the rough example I'm trying to give you so that you are knowing how you need to attempt these questions. Now coming on to this question, it is saying you 2x square minus 5x plus 2. Let's solve it and find it out what are the ways to solve. We've actually solved this as a quadratic equation because the highest degree which you can find is actually 2. So let's start solving it and check it out. So it says 2x squared minus 5x plus 2 is equivalent to, now if I open my x minus 3 multiplied by x minus 2, I'm talking about question number 31. So what I'm actually getting is x squared minus 2x minus 3x gives me minus 5x, and minus 3 into minus 2 gives me plus 6. So this is what I'm getting after opening the brackets, curly brackets, and this is what you need to do at the first instance, that is to simplify the thing. And I need to take all of them to one of these sides. So if you see, it is 2x square, and here I'm getting a x square. So if I bring it here, I'll just be left with x squared. Now we are having a minus of 5x here and another minus of 5x here. So what is eventually going to happen is that this will cancel this because they are having the same sign and they're on the opposite sides. So this is done. I hope I can just fake it and find out I'm getting back. Okay, so we are having this 5x is cancelled, that plus 3x will be coming here, become minus 3x, and we are left with plus 2 equivalent to 0. So this is what I think I should use my bad handwriting and make it comfortable for you. I know it won't be, but still you will understand. Just come with me and catch the things. So it is x square minus 3x plus 2. Now break it out. We need to break this 2 into some ways so that this minus 3x is actually accommodating the whole process. Like we need to factorize. So 1 into 2 is 2, and breaking my 3x so that I'm getting a 2 here would give me what actually? Minus 2x minus x. Yes. So it will be x square. Okay, my handwriting is going very bad. So I don't want to actually just destroy the process. Some days more till I'll be getting the writing pad. So how I can actually break it is x square minus of 3x can be written as minus 2x minus x. This is exactly the same thing. I'm just breaking it off into two parts. Now coming on to the next line, what I can take common from my bracket is x. Inside I'll be left with x minus 2 minus sign again common. From the second bracket, I'm getting the same thing again, equivalent to 0. Now taking out the things which we have taken into common is x minus 1. Now one thing to tell you that minus is actually minus 1 here. This is understood. X minus 1 into x minus 2 equivalent to 0. So your x would be eventually 1 or x equals to 2. So this is the answer. So these are all easy quadratic problems which you need to solve and get your answers. And these are all easy ones. Like here, you're getting 4 in denominator. So first of all, you need to take LCM and multiply 4 above, and then you will be getting 4 in the denominator. Just send it to the opposite side to multiply by 0. You're getting a 0 here, so it would be 4x squared minus 28x minus 3 equal to 0. Solve it. Same way here, same way here, same way here, same way here. You're getting a root here. So what you need to do here is you need to send this minus 2x plus 4 to opposite side. It would become plus 2 root x plus 4. Now you need to square both the sides. That means you need to square x plus 1 whole squared equivalent to 2 under root x plus 4 whole squared. Because this thing you can do. If you're having two different things on like a equals to b, they when you square both of the sides, that is a square equivalent to b square, it will be equivalent. If you cube both the sides, they will be equivalent. If you square root both the sides, they would be equivalent. So you just need to take this root term to the opposite side so that when you are squaring, because a plus b squared is a square plus b square plus 2ab. You need to remember the formula. So if you are having this 2 root x plus 4 some with something else, then a plus b equation would give you that 2ab term. So a square plus b square would solve this root problem, but in 2ab you would be getting that root. So we are not wanting that thing to happen. So what we'll be doing is that we always try to take root to the other side where there is nothing except 0 and then square both the sides. So this is good one. Now for this one, what we'll be doing, root x equals to 1 minus x, then we'll be squaring both the sides. Whatever we are getting, we'll be solving it, bringing it back to the same format and we'll solve it. Same goes for these all equations. Now, for 41, one thing I want to tell, this is a absolute sign or modulus sign, which means whatever value it is giving inside these standing blocks, the answer would be positive. That means for any x which I am putting in 2x minus 5, which has been put in those standing modulus signs, between those standing modulus sign or absolute sign, it is just going to give me that absolute value. So this is again what you know. So whenever you are actually opening or removing this 2x minus 5 sign, you need to take into consideration plus minus. So it would exactly be plus minus 2x minus 5, because this is what actually you will be getting if you're removing this. And again, if you will be removing from the side of x minus 3, so you'll be getting plus minus. So you need to solve it four cases. Four cases would be found: plus 2x minus 5 minus 2x minus 5 plus x minus 3 minus x minus 3. So four cases, four different answers. You need to check and find all those. So this is how you are going to solve them. So this was the question I was talking about, that whenever you will be squaring both the sides. Now, if you open this a minus b squared, you'll be getting a term minus 2ab, where this you won't get of this term. So here it is not possible to remove, so you will be solving those things only. And at last, when you are solving, then again you can square to get rid of this square root term. Similarly, we are having graphical notations and equations down, that is connecting graphs and equations, the curves and all. So first of all, just complete these questions because these are all important. What is important, I'm just telling you in this exercise, that is 1 to 10, where you will be getting all the basics of how to plot the graph, which is important in physics also. And what are the equations? Like what sometimes you will be given equations and you will be asked to just plot them. So equations to graphs and graphs to equations and equations to tabular value and tabular value to equations. This is very important thing. That is why you must practice about this. And the next is mental maths. That is the quadratic equation. You can just enjoy solving them. And they are actually easy. If you get stuck in any one of them, you can just quote down those problems down, and I'll be recording the session over the solutions of those things. Fine. Rest, everything, they are just standard questions. Again, asked from those concepts which you are already knowing and which I have taught in the previous lecture. So just solve these two things which I have told you. Okay, meet you in the next lecture. Till then, please complete your assignments and solve all those things which I have told you. And if there are any doubts, just tell me. I'll make another lecture about that. Thank you.